What's up, y'all? This is Lawrence Hicks Wilson. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome back if it's not. And I finally bought a copy of Kendrick Lamar's new album, GNX. So let's get into it.
Don't ever doubt you'll be someone. Always go for what you want. Get up and put your purpose on. Get up, feel the sunshine on your face. Believe that you deserve it all. Put in the work and you will end up far. This is my show and tell. So tell me, are you ready to get it on? So tell me, yeah. So tell me, are you ready? So tell me, are you ready for me? So tell me, are you ready? Tell me, are you ready?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I literally just got it. I bought it off of Amazon, and I was gonna order it off of Kendrick Lamar's GNX shop. So if you go to shop.gnx.com, I think I'll put the link in my description, but it's shop.my-gnx.com, and you can buy the GNX vinyl, different merchandise. This is the vinyl right here, and you can buy different sweaters. You can buy the cassette, the clear vinyl, and different shirts and shorts and stuff like that. But I got mine off of Amazon because I needed it quickly. I wasn't sure if his website was gonna send it on time, and it was cheaper on Amazon. But you didn't hear that from me. You hear that from me. But we're gonna open it together, and we're gonna just briefly go through the track listing. Kendrick Lamar, who recently did the Super Bowl and killed it. It was the most watched Super Bowl in Super Bowl history. That is a crazy milestone, right? And it has singles like Squabble Up. And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something that he did that's such a boss move for this album. I don't know if anybody else has realized it, because I didn't at first. But I'm going to let y'all know as the video progresses what it is. Well, and we'll get into the video. But look, all right, look, I just opened it clearly. So we're going to get into Kendrick's new album, GNX. I haven't even taken the plastic off, so this is an exclusive. Of course, I've heard the album many, many times. It was released November 22nd, 2024. Of course. Need the scissors. Let me see. I want to get this plastic off because y'all know I like to take good care. I try my best to take good care of all my CDs, you know what I'm saying? This one, unfortunately, doesn't have a hype sticker on it, how I would like it. But it's cool. Taking the plastic off. Like Beyonce said, but we taking the plastic off the CD. Here is, this album has 12 tracks, so let's get into it. GNX is November 22nd, 2024, and has gone on to win multiple awards already. Recently, he won 5 Grammys for the song They Not Like Us. Amazing for best song, best rap performance, song of the year, and a few other things. He's won a Billboard Music Award as well as a couple of BET Hip Hop Music Awards. This is what sorry y'all, this is so weird. I want to show y'all. This is what the inside looks like. Pretty cool and simple. I like the disc choice. I wish there was like some cool font on it. Y'all know I love packaging and everything like that. Kendrick's GNX album also went on to go #1 on a few charts on the US Billboard Top 200. It went #1, the top R&B and hip hop album, and it also went #1 in the UK for the top UK albums and the top R&B albums. It's a rap album, but he has a few features on here with some R&B singers and other singers, so I guess it kind of qualifies to be on the R&B over there in the UK, but that's what we got. So let's get into it. Track 1, you got Whacked Out Morals. This was written by Kendrick Lamar, of course, D. Nash. I hope I'm saying some of these names right. And it was produced by Frano and Soundwave. So there's a few I don't know if is this a picture? I like this song because it starts off very self-reflective. The last time we heard from Kendrick was his album Mr. Moral and the Big Time Steppers. And he had the song Rich Spirit. Stop playing before I tell you to. Y'all know that song. So that was the last time we had heard from him in 2022. So now with GNX 2024, he's kicking it off with quite a few songs and singles and bangers. And this is very self-reflective. And this is like pronouncing Kendrick Lamar's newfound confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the lines is, you know, don't let them tell you that you're not a god. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having that inner like self-conversation with yourself. Like no matter what's going on around you, no matter what you're hearing, no matter who's hating, no matter who's trying to stand in your way, you have to know what you're made of. You know what I mean? Have those guts. So I really like how the album starts off with like a, you know, a confidence booster. You know what I'm saying? The second track is Squabble Up, which is another single off that album. I like how in Squabble Up, he says he's reincarnated. It's like he's always dropping hints to the name of his songs or the next song, but he does that in all his songs. You know what I'm saying? Like even on his previous records, he'll always drop a one-liner or drop something that's relating to a song he dropped or he's about to drop. Like he mentioned Peekaboo in the album before this. So for him to have a whole song called Peekaboo, which we'll get into later in the video, it's kind of like he's intentional with what he's doing. It just, you know, makes you want to like pay attention even more. You know what I'm saying? Also love in Squabble Up that the line where he says he's going to spit a loogie at the camera. This is a Tupac reference to me. Was anyone else taking that line like that? The sample Debbie Debs, When I Hear Music. I really like the sample and the different samples that he's using throughout the album. I feel like it's very intentional. I'm gonna tell you guys why I feel like it's intentional. But I really like the beat. It is very like West Coast. Y'all know I'm from LA too. So a lot of these songs really make you wanna do your, you know, your big step, your one step, your two step. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from Watts. So I totally like felt a lot of this production style and beats. Is very West Coast and G-Funk, if you will. So that's what this song is kind of giving. It went #1 on the U.S. rhythmic Billboard charts, the U.S. R&B and hip hop airplay, the U.S. pop airplay. Actually, no, the U.S. pop airplay, that's number 30. But the U.S. hot R&B and hip hop songs, it went #1, as well as the Hot 100 in the UK as well. So it's not just in the U.S. So that's a pretty big deal. But I feel like he's talking about in this song is like he's ready for whatever. Like this, it kind of feels like something he's been like gearing up and preparing for a while, and it's like finally he can say like, look, what's up, like what's happening. Like when you like from LA, that's like the kind of stuff you say. So for him to say Squabble Up, you know what he means. You know what I mean? Like it means so many different things, but also mean like he's ready for everything. He's ready to conquer and take charge of, not only take charge, but like really claim was his. Like, you know, like we all got, you know, like it's like your birthright, or it's like, no, this, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things. So he's like, he's ready to like fight for his, you know, and conquer and you know, keep what's his. That's what I feel like the song means. And amongst a few other things, which I'm sure once I listen to it 100, you know, times, it'll settle in, you know, in so many different ways, like what he means in Squabble Up. Track 3, you have Luther, which I love the clever song titles, of course. It features the sample of If This World Were Mine by Luther Vandross and Cheryl Lynn. You guys already know who Luther Vandross is, and I'm sure most of you know who Cheryl Lynn is. If you don't, she is the singer of the hit Got to Be Real. This song, Luther, features SZA, which is a long-time collaborator with Kendrick Lamar, and every time they come together, it's magic. So it's not by a long shot why they came together and did another duet. And I like the fact that when they performed during the Super Bowl, that they performed their other songs that they did together. It kind of reminds you of like, you know, where they came from and how far they came. And it kind of like reminded me of like, you know, where I was every time Kendrick dropped something, you know what I mean? And Luther, I also like the line, if this world were mine, I would take your enemies in front of God and introduce them to that fire, that fire. You know, obviously I love that part if you watch my videos on my TikTok and social media. But in that part of the song, it made me feel like Kendrick was talking about the person like he was in a relationship, for an example, that he loves and wants to protect that person so much. Like anybody that gets in their way or makes them, you know, does them wrong, he want to take them to God personally. You know what I'm saying? Have them, you know, exiled and judged, or you know what I mean? Just, you know, basically remove them. You know what I mean? So just he'll take that on himself because he loves that person so much. If this world was so perfect, I make sure nobody, like, basically, you know, that's what I was taking from that. I mean, it also could be shedding light on his own personal enemies. Like, if this world were mine, I would take my own enemies in front of God and have them introduced, you know, to that fire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean? That because it could also be a double meaning. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know which enemies I'm talking about, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I really like that song. It's a love song, and it's you know, it's like not kissing up or like trying to be like, I guess, turning the other cheek to the people that did you wrong. It's like focusing that love and attention on the person that's been like kind of like been there holding you down through the ups and downs and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, that's why the line is like, if it was up to me, I wouldn't give nobody's no sympathy. You know, I'll take the pain away from you, like, because that's what's more important than everything that's going on around you. So that's why I really like that song, Luther. It's a hot track. Track number 4, Man in the Garden. Man in the Garden, again, with these clever song titles. I love this song title, and I really identify with this song because, again, you know, Kendrick Lamar is an artist that talks about real situations. My cats in there, they playing. But, you know, Kendrick is one of those artists that talks about his depression. He's really candid on all that kind of stuff and the things that he's worked through his childhood. So I feel like when it comes to that, it was one of those self-reflection songs where you have to kind of talk into yourself, because, you know, you always have like those second thoughts about like, am I doing enough? Am I doing the right things? And have I made the right decisions? And all those kind of things with everything in personal life and your career and all that. So with Kendrick, is like for him to repeat why he feels like he deserves what he deserves, and then at the end of the song make us question why we feel like we deserve what we're going for in our life, especially if you know what you want. You know, it's one of those, you know, reciprocal songs, if you know what I mean. Man in the Garden, it's like it starts like Nas's One Mic to me. That's what it sounds like. So it's giving you that vibe of this is a very reflective type song, self-reflective. Sounds like it's a freestyle, you know what I mean? And he's just kind of like breaking everything down piece by piece what he means. I also like in the end, like towards the bridge, how it speeds up because the beat is the same type of pace, but him speeding up his flow gives the beat more depth and more pace. You know what I mean? So I like that he sped it up, and it also gave it more, I want to say drama, but not that. I feel like I need a different word, because it needs to be a strong word that describes like what like the passion that him speeding up the flow while the beat is still on, you know, obviously on time. It just adds more like character to, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it makes you feel like you want to like run a little bit. That's what it makes you feel like it gives you passion. That's why, you know, I like how he's questioning everybody, himself and everybody in the song. Like he's questioning yourself. The next track number 5 is Hey Now, which is another one of those West Coast, one of them LA, you know, sounding songs. I really like the beat. So it's like if you play some of these songs at some functions, like people are really gonna be like on you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he was very intentional, him and his producers, with the styling of the production, you know, because the last album, you know, in my opinion, Big Steppers, you know, it was more low key and kind of like an old school feel. Like even with the album Damn in 2017, it felt like I was listening to a 1970s vinyl in a really good way. But this one is really different, and that's why I feel like he entitled the album what he entitled it. And I thought it meant something else. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all what I thought it meant. Hey Now, I feel like it's one of those. It's emphasizing, you know, where he's from, you know what I mean? Where he starts to sing, "Oh, we're too important." Doesn't it sound like a Jamie Foxx theme song? It do. Well, anyway, let me just focus. Anyway, that line, I feel like he is saying he's more important than everything that's going on around him. Like, in anything that's going on around him, he knows he has to rise above it. He knows he's the most important factor. And he, you know, he got to keep it pushing. You know, I'm way too important for the drama, the fakeness, the destructiveness, the ego, all that. You know what I'm saying? Track number 6, Reincarnated. I really like this song because he really plays off the whole Tupac persona, and he uses a sample from Tupac's song that I can't really repeat the title, but it's called Made, you know what I'm saying? My Made Brothers. But you know what I'm saying? He used a lot of different elements in this whole album, but on this track specifically, but this is not the first time he's done this with Tupac or any rapper that any of us would consider the GOAT, you know what I mean? And for it to be entitled Reincarnated, it's like a triple, quadruple meaning, you know what I'm saying? Which is a play off of what other people wanted him to do in his lyric, but he was already doing that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not really saying he's the new Tupac, but he's saying how we kind of like evolve all the time. And the Bible talks about us dying daily. So I feel like he's spiritual and religious, so he knows all about that. And TV Off, the McCarthy sample, Chef's Kiss, first of all, Chef's Kiss. And in TV Off, I feel like when he's saying it's not enough, I feel like he's saying, yes, there is realness out there. There is people out there standing for something, but it's not enough of us. You know, I mean, you know, doing what we need to do, standing for what we stand for, whether that's like working in your community, whether if you're a teacher or if you're a lawyer or if you're a rapper, you know, if you're a singer, like making sure that you still standing for something and it's coming back to our people, you know what I'm saying? Us as a people. That's what I feel like. It's like it's always somebody in line or following some kind of, you know, trend or what's going on. That's what I also feel like that's what he means by that. It's really self-explanatory and straight to the point. It was a sneak peek off of the They Not Like Us music video. All of the distractions that's going on around us and how, you know, in media, not this is a gospel channel or anything like that, but just in life, just how things, there's more important things that we should be paying attention to, and it's so easy to have some kind of like misinformation, or even if it's not misinformation, even if it's something that's like so secondary to the primary functions of our lives, like it's just so much stuff that could like get in the way of our judgment, everything. So sometimes like putting your phone down or turning your TV off or going out to take a walk and like unplugging from, you know, that every day on the hamster wheel, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what that song, I mean, and the beat is fly. I mean, you gotta, you can't ignore the production and the lyrical. I also feel like turning the TV off is about speaking out and being like, not speaking out like out of turn, but like just not biting down on what you really feel and what you're passionate about. And that's why I feel like that line when he's like, somebody got to do it, that's what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Somebody got to speak out. Somebody got to say something. Somebody got to ruffle the feathers. Dodger Blue, it gives me Chris Brown vibes, doesn't it? Doesn't it like a Chris Brown song? I thought Chris Brown was about to start singing. Y'all ain't playing. They need to collaborate if they already haven't. Let me know if they collab. Maybe I need to just refresh my memory. But if they haven't, they definitely need to, you know. But yeah, Chris Brown vibes. And I love the part where he's like LA. Like he's like stretching out like LA and putting land together. I just, you know, it just made me more proud of the beat from LA. I mean, the song is called Dodger Blue. I should have put on my Dodgers jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. A moment is gonna come where I'm gonna put that on for the perfect moment. I got a special made jersey. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, let me focus. Anyway, for the title, it's very like subliminal to everybody that's from LA, and I really like that. It's like a love letter to hip hop and LA, really, but he always kind of does that in his music. The beat, it's giving me like early 90s, like late 80s, like ballad tier style. Like I just love that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so fly, like what he did. I don't know. It's just like one of them other songs where he's like, don't be front. It's like, don't be talking about LA when you like not really from there, or when you haven't really lived out there, grew up from there. Don't be trying to come to the city when you're not from there, trying to act like you from there, or don't be trying to talk down to the city when you don't know what it's really about or how we really get down. So I like some of the lyrical content what he's playing off of. I also like in this album how he's saying a lot of hot spots in LA. Like if you're from LA, like he mentioned like certain streets that I've been on, like Rosecrans and different places that I've been to. Like another rapper on here mentioned the King Drew School, if I'm not mistaken. I was listening. I was like, hey, he mentioned King Drew. I literally could walk there from where I grew up. Track number 9, you got Peekaboo featuring, I'm hoping his ass Chike. I hope I'm saying his name right. I like the reference that he put in the song, Chike E. Cheese. Like he's dope. He's a cool rapper. But I like the song because it's almost like he's saying to the dude, like, talk that talk, walk that walk. Like you ain't know, you ain't really about it, you ain't talking about nothing, because you ain't really trying to. But I feel like it's multiple meanings here. He ain't just talking to some guy or talking to some situation. I feel like it's the more I listen to it, the more I'll catch on to it. But like just the play off of them two going back and forth, him and Chike, and the conversation between Kendrick and Chike is so menacing, ain't it? Like the back and forth, it just sounds like, it just gives me like old school like Exhibit vibes and like Dr. Dre vibes and stuff like that. I don't know why, but it just does. But it's very menacing, right? It almost feels like it's a conversation and they like talking to each other and they looking at the dude over there or the person over there and like, he ain't about it. He ain't really with it. You know what I mean? And who did put the boogers in his chain? Who put the sorry, let's stay on topic. But anybody caught that line? Is that literal? Anyway, it's not like actually having it. Go get it. Go get it. Like, go get a physical copy. Track number 10. And before I go to track number 10, like, you got to really pick up this album. Look at the rollout here. You got a really nice shot of Kendrick with the GNX vehicle that he purchased. And with him purchasing it, like, there's a video I was watching too, and some Kendrick Lamar videos will show you on his social media why he purchased the car. So I really feel like that adds more color and contrast to his album. But that's not really the that's not really another picture in here. Sorry, y'all. No, he just put like one picture in here. I wish he would have put more, but I mean, he a rapper, so I guess it don't really matter like that. But I love a little good album booklet, you know what I'm saying? But it's pretty cool that he put that in here. Pretty simple album booklet. It would have been cool if the lyrics wasn't here too, because I wanted to like read more of the lyrics to y'all without having to Google them. And I'm sure, again, once I listen to it 100 times, they'll be ingrained in my memory. But some of them are already, what they don't. Sorry, let me get back on task. But track number 10, you have the Heart Part 6. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, the Heart Part 6, and he does this on, I heard, on a lot of his mixtapes or EPs, or rather. So everyone is wondering if this is the actual album or if this is just a mixtape, which is quite interesting. We shall see. But I like that he used the SWV Use Your Heart sample. It's kind of like obviously, right? Like he should have been did that, or I was trying to see if he did that with the last Heart song, part 5, but nope. It was a pretty cool video though. Track number 11, you have the title track GNX. Ooh. I just had a deja vu moment. Hold on. GNX sounds like a mad freestyle is about to happen. As I mentioned before, the song that sounds like that. But GNX also sounds like a mad freestyle is about to happen. This is also why I like having the album booklet. It says where they recorded these songs. A lot of these were recorded in New York City and LA, like at the Electric Lady Studios in New York, and it was mixed in LA at the Ali Jacobs at Sharp Sonic Studios. I just wish the lyrics wasn't here, but you know what I mean. It's whatever, To each their own. And you know what? There is another picture of Kendrick in here. I just noticed. Boom, bow. Playa. Oh, sorry. Let me just get on topic. GNX. I feel like. First of all, I thought he meant Gen X or Generation X. I don't know how many of y'all thought that, but that's what I thought originally. But then I looked it up and saw that GNX is a car from the 1980s. And looking into Kendrick Lamar's rhyme and reason why getting the car and actually putting it on the album cover before he put it on the album cover, he bought it and it gave him confidence coming out of, I feel like it could have been a depression that he was coming out of, but something that he was going through, him buying that car made him snap out of it. And it was also a car that his father had in the 1980s when he was little. So it's almost like he's having a full circle moment. And he's reflecting on a lot of the stuff that he's grew up through. And he's looking forward to what's to come. So that's definitely what it's giving. And like, I mean, why not? I mean, I wouldn't buy every car because, but that's a national treasure to have. Like if you got money like Kendrick Lamar, why not buy something like that's reminiscent of your childhood and reminds you how far you came? It's very humbling if you ask me. I wouldn't even drive that thing nowhere. I wouldn't. I would just play cassettes in it. I like he said he played Anita Baker. He probably was, he sampled a lot of different songs from the 1980s as well, like around the time that this car was made, or even like just in between and before the 80s. So it just felt like it was like him imagining him listening to himself and his own music. If he was, it's all of that. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm sure when he bought the car, he was listening to the music he grew up to, and it just made sense to, record music based off of that. So I felt like that was a really deep dig. GNX features Peso. Who is the other guy? Peso, Young Thread, Hitta, J3, and I just like the back and forth that all of them are doing. It's really cool. The final track on this album, track 12, entitled Gloria, and I just knew the Enchantment song Gloria was gonna start playing, but I was wrong. That didn't happen. But instead, it was another song with his label mate, SZA. I didn't realize that she was on this label as well until I did some homework on it. And it just makes sense. They always come together to do something beautifully. I feel like this is another love song, and it's just talking about another complicated relationship that that he has grown through. But I feel like it talks about all of his complicated relationships, not just with women or you know what I mean, just in his life, the things that he's grown through with everything. And I also feel like it's touching on the glory in his life. This is a solid album, y'all. Solid, 10 out of 10. I probably will listen to this a lot of different times, you know what I mean? And then come to a brand new conclusion on what I think and what the different meanings, the lyrical context hide. Well, not really hides, it really, presents. It really, like, how do you say, like, what's the word I'm looking for? What the lyrical content is exuding, So, Kendrick Lamar, GNX, as he's leaning on the GNX. Let me know what's your favorite song on this album. And you know what? The big boss thing that he did on this album, he didn't even include They Not Like Us. And we all listened to it. I'm sorry, I wonder how many people was like, let me go listen to this so I can hurry up and get to my song. And it's not even on there. You've got to go buy the single. Boss move, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm sure there's more where that came from. Kendrick Lamar, GNX. I'll see y'all in the next video. Please like this video, especially if you gotten this far. I'm sorry about the lighting. I was really trying to hide it and like pivot while doing this video, and I had to cut the light on because it is raining. Okay, it's been raining all day, and it's probably raining where y'all is too. Well, it won't be the exact same day, but you get what I'm saying. It's been raining. I'm sure it's been raining where you is too. But yeah, he killed that Super Bowl performance. 5-time Grammy winner. Y'all tell me what's y'all favorite song, or what's y'all favorite moment out of this album, or what do you think Kendrick is going to do next? Y'all put the comments below. Drop them comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.